Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Hedge Hash Paradox Show with Sam Shelley. This will be my new weekly show that I'll do. The Hedge Hash Paradox. I'm really going to dive into what the hedge hash is over the next couple of weeks, months, years, whatever it may be. Occasionally, may have some special guests. Not really sure. We'll see how this goes. There's really no preparation, nothing written. I just sort of feel like it's time to deliver a message on our head trash every week and talk about this mental garbage that we have up here, our various opinions, these beliefs, these judgments that we may not even be aware of that are creating these limitations. So today I want to really talk about the journey through life. I'll talk a little bit about my personal journey. Then I'll talk about the general journey for everyone in life. Is that for 44 years, I was just going through life, looking outside of myself for answers. So I was a very sick man from age 6 when a van ran over me, head trauma, elbow, hip broken. I was pretty much a mess in a hospital for a year, then rehab for 6 months after that. But from that brain injury led to some mental problems. I was a bipolar, but undiagnosed until my early 20s. And I had a lot of issues with that. Then some additional issues with psoriasis, psoriatic arthritis, migraines. And by the age 37, I was unable to walk, could barely see. My whole left side of the body was numb. I had all sorts of issues. Then after a few weeks in the hospital, they determined I had multiple sclerosis. And from there, I went to rehab to learn how to function with these new disabilities. But today, I'm in really good health. And I really shifted my own life because I saw that, all this trash in my head wasn't the truth. And that's where I was through life. I was taking my thoughts, my opinions, my beliefs as my truth. And I see everybody's going through their own personal journey in life, doing the best they can based on the mind, based on their perceptions of life. But our perceptions get distorted. Because something happens and the mind registers, oh, this happened in the past, then I'll take a new experience and try to match it with that old experience. So you don't really get to enjoy life. You get bogged down. So the older you become heavier, if you will, bogged down, until it seems like you reach a certain age as a senior and you just don't care anymore. But for most of our life, we're really trying to build up this identity, this persona, if you will. And we just try to do our best through life, but we don't realize that we're just living in the trap of the mind, if you will. That most people become very reactionary, very reactive. And it's hard to initiate a new action, to find a new way. Because we're constantly looking outside of ourselves. Because that's just the way we're taught. We're taught to cherish our opinions, our beliefs, because that makes us who we are. But we're not really taught to step back and say, hey, is this thought serving me? Is this belief serving me? Is this judgment, this opinion? Are they serving me or creating more difficulties in my life? That's where we really need to see, where are our thoughts? Are they creating difficulties? If you're dealing with, maybe you're unable to sleep at night because the mind's just racing, or you're worried about the bills, or you don't have a good relationship, there's a lot of arguing, a lot of fighting. They're all signs that you're in this mental garbage and has to be thrown out. This head trash has to be thrown out. So what I want everyone to realize that we're going through this journey in life. And we're right here. This is where our abilities are right now. The mind wants our abilities here. So from here to here is the disconnect. But we have to realize this disconnect is creating all this stress, but realize I'm here right now. And if I want to get to that mental level, it's a series of steps to build up my skill sets to get there. The mind thinks you can jump 20 steps right away, but it's actually step by step by step by step. You didn't learn to walk immediately. It took some time to get the balance and the steps and all there. Then eventually get better and better with walking. Then maybe you can start to run and all these different tasks. But just a matter of seeing that we're right where we are right now, just right where we are. And we're going through this journey through life, doing the best we can based on our past life experiences. So once you let go of this head trash, then you can begin to see life with new eyes, if you will, new ways of perceiving life. And that's what I wanted to show you with this show, the Head Trash Paradox Show, and my book that will be coming out that talks about this. Because this is our mind. Maybe our friend wants to help. Maybe our friend wants us to give them help, to help them with a project or whatever. But your instinct is saying, no, you shouldn't do that. It's just going to cause some more issues, some more problems. But you ignore your own intuition and you start following this voice that says, well, he's my friend. I must help him, must do this. But maybe something happens there and it doesn't work out so well. You thought it'd just be an easy task to just call, help him out. But maybe it ends up into some kind of, big ordeal that you don't envision. Maybe you meant to clean up like a house and somebody was really upset about the house being cleaned. Something that simple that could just get into a family argument and your instincts are saying, you shouldn't have done that. You should just say, no, I don't feel right about that. Because it'd be a simple task like cleaning somebody's house, removing some things, but somebody else in the family could say, hey, don't do that. Don't touch my stuff. And that position of ownership and all that creates more issues. But we see many instances in life where the mind's telling us one thing, but our instinct is telling us another. And we're really going through this through our journey of life. I was constantly in that space, looking for the doctor, looking for the medicine that it would improve my life. Because we're always taught, on our journey, keep reading, keep studying, keep learning, keep looking outside yourself. We're not really taught to really go within and see what is best for me and honoring those personal boundaries that we have of our own. It's about this radical acceptance of ourself that we know what is best for us. Others are just guessing what is best for us. So just see that you really know what's best for you. If you can get this quiet, because this creates distortion. So you want to get rid of the distortion and really see what is best for you. So I'm going to be doing shows here, and they're going to be pretty short usually. I'm not one to really talk on long and long. I'll probably bring some guests on in time, and maybe I'll have longer shares. I don't really know how long this is going, but it's just some insights today that we're always on this journey. We're always going through this journey in life. And our habit is to look at the outside world to see how we should move forward. But I want people to challenge themselves and say, is this really the best way forward for me? How can I best honor myself in this journey through life? What foods do this body needs? What drink? What beverages? And we can see this as well. Another good example of this, in your heart, it's healthier to eat carrots, but you're more likely to grab a sweet ice cream, chocolate, something. But in your heart that carrots is what you need. So this mind is distracting. And when you get really distracted with the mind, you become unhealthy because you're not eating the best foods. You're not taking care of yourself. You're not getting the right sleep because you're not really listening to your instincts. And we're going to really dive into that over the next weeks, months, years, whatever this may be. I just want to talk about, just relax. Just realize that your journey through life is one step at a time. The mind will want to do leaps, but everything does one step at a time. Everyone that you see successful typically can go from here to here overnight. There's probably 5 years of work they didn't even see before they got to here, that, they were doing the work every day, doing these small steps to build up their skills. Because the mind just leaps. So we're just journeying through life, building our skills very slowly, very methodically, one step at a time. So if you want to learn more about me, I'm over at headtrashanonymous.org. You can find me on Facebook too as Sam Shelley. And my friends jokingly call me Head Trash Baba because I'm really good at getting rid of this nonsense and bringing a sense of peace to people. And that's just a quick thing I just want to share real quick. When I was in my healing journey, I was never trying to heal myself. I simply wanted peace. And then through peace, I created transformation. And a few weeks ago, I was in California with Deepak Chopra, Adyashanti, JP Sears, presenting along with them. And I was wearing one of my shirts, letting go of the head trash creates the space for transformation. And they agreed with that. That is the key, is to surrender this nonsense and really dive into our truth, our way of being, and really going on our own personal journey that's unique for us, because not every way is your way. You have to find your unique way through life. And I bid you a good day, and I will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.